Many Hollywood co-stars have navigated personal relationships while continuing to work together. Johnny Galecki and Kaylee Cuoco secretly dated while playing love interests on The Big Bang Theory, remaining professional co-stars until the show's end. Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz started dating after working on Blink Twice, but their engagement ended just as their new film Alpha Gang was announced. Similarly, Cobra Kai stars Zolo Maraduena and Hannah Keppel, as well as Outer Banks actors Madeline Klein and Chase Stokes, maintained on-screen chemistry despite real-life breakups. Florence Pugh and Zach Braff kept their split private while promoting A Good Person, and Lily Reinhart and Cole Sprouse worked together on Riverdale post-breakup. BJ Novak and Mindy Kaling had a complicated relationship during The Office and beyond, while Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett's alleged romance paralleled their storyline in High School Musical, the series. Meanwhile, Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia transitioned from marriage to a successful business partnership, co-owning XFL and producing major films together. The article also delves into relationship challenges, discussing how couples can feel disconnected over time. It emphasizes the importance of quality time, open communication, and intentional efforts to rebuild intimacy, highlighting that relationship struggles are common but can be worked through with the right approach. Johnny Galecki and Kaylee Cuoco secretly dated from 2008 to 2009 and played love interests on The Big Bang Theory at the same time. They continued to star on the series together until its finale in 2019. Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz first got together after working on Zoe's directorial debut Blink Twice. They were together for about 3 years but called off their engagement in October of 2024. Coincidentally, the news of their casting in the upcoming film Alpha Gang became public at the same time as their breakup. Zolo Maraduena and Hannah Keppel dated for about 3 years while starring on Cobra Kai together. The pair broke up in 2022 but continued to appear on the show together until its finale in 2025. Florence Pugh and Zach Braff broke up at the beginning of 2022 but continued to work together for the press cycle of their movie, A Good Person, which Florence starred in and Zach wrote and directed. Florence shared that they actually kept their split private for a while before it was announced publicly and said, "We've been trying to do this separation without the world knowing because it's been a relationship that everybody has an opinion on. We just felt something like this would really do us the benefit of not having millions of people telling us how happy they are that we're not together. So we've done that." Dave Bennett / Max Sasadi / Dave Bennett / Wire Image 4. Madeline Klein and Chase Stokes broke up in 2021 after going public with their relationship a year prior. They continue to star on Outer Banks together and play love interests on the series. Chase is now dating country singer Kelsey Ballerini. There doesn't seem to be any ill will between Madeline and Kelsey, though, and both have shared kind messages with each other on social media. Kevin Winter / Getty Images for MTV / Viacom CBS 5. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Danny Garcia announced their divorce in 2007, but the two have continued to run their production company, $7 together. In fact, Danny is a producer on several of Dwayne's biggest movies, including Jungle Cruise, Black Adam, Baywatch, and the Jumanji movies. Danny also manages Dwayne, and they own football minor league XFL together. 6. Lily Reinhart and Cole Sprouse dated for about 3 years before they split in 2020. They continued to star on Riverdale together until the series ended in 2023. 7. Johnny Galecki and Kaylee Cuoco secretly dated from 2008 to 2009 and played love interests on The Big Bang Theory at the same time. They continued to star on the series together until its finale in 2019. 8. B.J. Novak and Mindy Kaling dated while they worked on The Office together, and BJ described their relationship by saying, "No one, including us, ever really knew, is this dating? Is this not dating? We were never really dating, we were never really not dating. We didn't know. No one knew." The two continued working together during the first season of Mindy's series The Mindy Project, where BJ was a consulting producer and appeared on-screen as one of her love interests. 9. Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett met on the set of High School Musical, the series, and allegedly dated until the summer of 2020. Their characters continue to be love interests in the show's second season until their on-screen breakup in episode 8 and Olivia's eventual departure from the series in season 3. Does your spouse feel more like a roommate than the love of your life? You're not alone. Feeling disconnected from your spouse is a relatively common experience that many people go through at some point during a long-term relationship. Unhappy couples report that their spouse feels like a friend or a roommate, and while they often still feel fondly toward their partner, the romantic spark in their relationship has vanished. Some even say they've started questioning their relationship and whether it should continue and are fantasizing about leaving their partner and or being with someone else. Feeling disconnected from your spouse can be very stressful. Disconnection can show up as emotional distance, an absence of communication, a lack of motivation to spend time with the partner, wanting to spend most of your time alone or with other people, and feeling as if you're just going through the motions. It can lead to feelings of frustration, sadness, and even anger or resentment. But it's essential to recognize that even the most loving, once-connected couples go through phases of disconnection, and it is possible to learn how to reconnect with your spouse and get the spark back in your relationship. As a board-certified clinical and forensic neuropsychologist and an expert in attachment theory and relationships, I understand the importance of reconnecting with your spouse to nurture a healthy and fulfilling partnership and to be able to use that secure connection with your spouse as a basis for achieving goals and experiencing joy in other aspects of your life, too. In this article, I'll share actionable advice on how to reconnect with your partner and breathe new life into your relationship. It's completely natural for couples to experience periods of disconnection. Understanding that this is normal and isn't necessarily a sign that your relationship is doomed is important. Our thoughts have a great deal to do with our feelings and actions, so if you believe deep down that there is no hope for your marriage, you may begin acting in ways that actually hurt your relationship even further, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Instead, focus on what you can control. There are many ways to rebuild and strengthen your marriage. Here are strategies to help you reconnect with your partner. Quality time is essential for nurturing intimacy and connection in a relationship. Make an effort to spend uninterrupted time together at least 3 times a week. Quality time does not have to be lengthy. It can be as short as 10 to 15 minutes as long as it is meaningful, mindful, and without other distractions. Yes, that means put away your phone. You can make sure this alone time happens by building it into a routine that is already part of your lives, for example, over coffee on Saturday mornings or a brief we